The United States-Israel war against Iran has now spiraled into a regional conflict. Its ripples are being felt not just in countries in the Gulf, but across the world. Even as the war rages on, hundreds of innocent children have been caught in the crossfire. In the Iranian city of Minab, thousands of mourners carried the coffins of children killed in the U.S.-Israeli strikes. The coffins were adorned with photographs of young children. Thousands held up pictures and waved flags as they walked alongside the vehicles carrying these coffins. The coffins were later brought to the main procession site for funeral prayers. On the first day of the American and Israeli attacks, an Iranian girls' elementary school named Shajare Tayyebe was hit by a missile. Iranian authorities say 165 children were killed in the attack. Iran has called this attack an inhumane and barbaric act. However, it remains unclear whether Israel or United States was responsible for the missile attack. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has said that the U.S. Department of War would investigate the strike on the elementary school, adding that American forces would not deliberately target a school or any other civilian infrastructure.
Well, clearly, the United States would not deliberately target a school. Our objectives are missiles, both the ability to manufacture them and the ability to launch them, and the one-way attract drones. That would be our focus, and that's what we would be focused on. We would have no interest and, frankly, no incentive to target civilian infrastructure.
Besides the girls' elementary school, at least 7 hospitals and emergency stations in Iran, including Tehran's Gandhi Hospital, have been attacked, resulting in injuries among the staff and patients. Iran's Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ismail Baghai has called these attacks a blatant war crime. The air is filled with grief in Israel's Bet Shemesh. 3 siblings aged 13, 15 and 16 years were killed in an Iranian missile attack. Mourners gathered in Jerusalem for the burial and the funeral of the 3 siblings. These are the visuals that have emerged out of Israel as well as Iran. Remember, these visuals that we are showing you are from Jerusalem, where 3 siblings were killed in strikes. They were buried. The funeral prayers were held. On the other hand, there were multiple school students who were killed in Iran as well, to which Marco Rubio had said that America would not deliberately strike civilian infrastructure or children. But the fact of the matter is that all of this is happening as this war rages on between Iran, America and Israel, and the entire West Asian region has been caught in the crosshairs. Let me go across to Elham Abedeni. She's an Iranian journalist and international relations expert joining us live from Tehran at the moment. Elham, thank you very much for sparing the time right now when your country is at war to speak with us on WION. We've been showing our viewers the funeral procession of little girls, little children who were killed inside their schools, more than 160 of them. Can I just understand from you right now, what is the kind of sentiment that prevails within Iran, within Tehran? Yes, there is, mourning that is happening, but I'm sure there is a lot of rage as well.
Thank you for having me. Actually, this is not the only catastrophe that happened during these days. We had many hospitals, schools, and also residential building which targeted across our country. But it's obvious that the most catastrophic thing that happened during these 4 days is these war crime that happened against our little girls in just a school. And the worst thing is some kind of trying and efforts in the social media and also by some who are supporting Israeli regime and Pahlavi regime to try to actually say this school was near to somewhere else and the Israeli regime do it wrongly, and this kind of things that they are trying to say make us more angry. And many people now in Iran are following the live videos from these funerals ceremony of these little girls, and the picture, the drone picture of these their actually funeral ceremony is so overwhelming and make people so angry. And I think this is the best evidence to show the Zionist regime, the Israeli regime, and the United States are the actors that we cannot trust them, and they would do any crimes, any war crimes that they can do against ordinary people, and no one can trust them that when they say we are here for helping people and our help is underway for ordinary people. Now, more than 165 schoolgirls just killed there.
Elham, as far as the situation in Tehran is concerned, we've been reporting for our viewers and our audiences about the kind of strikes and repeated strikes and counter-strikes that are happening. Can I get a sense from you what you see around you, what has been happening? There were reports earlier this afternoon that the presidential office has been targeted as well.
Yeah. Actually, it seems that we are facing completely blind strikes. Not even the Zionist regime, maybe they before claimed that we are targeted strike, but now this is completely blind, and they make, as you can hear it, maybe some kind of explosion around here. And they just make some blind explosion and a strike against residential building, against park, against schools. And there is no even one district in Tehran that during these 4 days didn't get targeted by the Zionist regime and the United States. And no one can feel safe that this place would be safe. And even last night, again, the United States and Israeli regime targeted IRIB headquarters, media, state media of Iran. And again, they targeted the destroyed IRIB building when they strike in June 2024. Again, they strike that building, and no one was there. And they just want to say that we are opposed to media activities and just making some scary and scary against our journalists, our media personnel, and they try to evacuate IRIB headquarters. But the important thing is that still all of my colleagues are working in Iranian media and also in IRIB to tell the truth and narrate what happened during these days across Iran.
All right. Elham, as we speak and as Iran blames America and Israel for this conflict, there have been several videos that have emerged from within Iran where women particularly have been celebrating. They have been, chanting words like freedom. What is the general sense there? Because there are several women who are coming out and saying that we do support. These are women of Iranian origin who are coming out in support and saying we support these strikes.
I just want to say that it is not strange that you wish to launch war against your country because your families still are there. Even if you are opposing to your government, is the war is a solution. We cannot forget what happened in Afghanistan, in Iraq, in Libya. I want to say no one who loves his country would not wish for war against this country. We witnessed many opposition groups in Syria, in Iraq, in Lebanon, many countries, but no one wishing for foreign military intervention. I want to say these kind of people who chanting or dancing at the time that we even see families of Donald Trump, for instance, his uncle-in-law or something, brother-in-law, I think, said that I'm really upset for what happened in Minab. During this time, it's so strange and horrific that you still can dance or make happiness. And we had many experiences in our region and also some other countries.
Alam, they cite the example of Mahsa Amini and the several protesters who were allegedly killed during demonstrations against the regime. They cite that example to say that, look, this is the time that we finally got some relief.
I'm not really in this side because at the final step, any foreign intervention, any military war could not bring peace and stability, even if they are opposition. Now what has happened? Now our infrastructure, our ordinary people, our ordinary civilian got killed. And I'm sure that if this war continue, or even this war stop, I'm sure that these terrorist activities would continue, because during last month in January, we see that how the United States and Zionist regime try to fuel and support terrorist activities. So I think it is completely obvious that this military war could not bring any peace or democracy or anything that they can imagine, because they do not stick for this. And this leads Iran to more unrest and even civil war and even separation in Iran now.
All right. We'll leave it there. Alam, thanks very much for joining us on WION and getting us a sense of what has been happening in Iran. Stay safe. Thank you very much once again for sparing the time.
Thank you.